We might as well because I got questions. Like, but keep going, keep going.
Um,
Mhm,
but like I think I've started kind of being more. I think studying my Bible more. I feel like I've kind of like
mhm,
swayed a little bit,
Me too.
and so I think that's really helped, especially leading up to the surgery.
Absolutely.
Uh, I really prayed about it. And
Hmm.
you know, Sai, the guy that I'm seeing at the moment,
Yeah.
he prayed for me,
You said he
and
prayed
he's
for
been
you?
like, he's just like, yeah, I always, yeah, he prayed
Mm. Wow.
to it, and like my
Mm.
family fasted the day of surgery. He fasted as well,
Mm.
and then when he found out like everything was good, like he was just like praising God and stuff. So like
Mm.
I've never prayed, like I've never been in a relationship or I've never talked to someone and we've prayed together. Because we've read
Mhm.
the Bible together,
That's what's up.
which I think
That's
is
what's
awesome.
up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
hmm That's amazing. Like that's not awesome. That's amazing. Like that is incredible. Seriously, I like shout out to
I think
to Sai. Go ahead.
the thing with my auntie was like a wake up call for my family. They want to like look after themselves better and stuff, like which I think is awesome. And they already knew what was going on with me. Like
hmm
I'm kind of happy I told my parents in advance because I honestly was going to tell them like the day before or
No.
like on and be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to surgery.
Oh
Like,
my goodness. No, don't do that.
but I didn't.
Okay.
So
Okay. hmm
I think my mom's thing as well is like she just wants to know what's going on in my life, whether
Absolutely.
it is. But for me, like I don't want it to worry. That's why I never say anything.
Yeah.
It's like not like the it is a big surgery, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
it is, but it's not. Does that make sense? It's not in a sense where like it's like addressing like cancer or do you
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah. hmm
That's what I mean when I say it's not, but it's
Yeah.
still any surgery is a big
It's
surgery.
a big
Like
surgery.
those complications that you don't know that can come up. And I guess that was at the back of my mind
Yeah.
leading up to it. That's why I opened up and I told my parents because if I didn't tell my parents and something had happened,
And something happened.
they would have felt terrible. Like if I didn't go through it, like come through it,
Yeah.
or if there were complications,
hmm
like they would have my parents really would have felt like you I thought we had the relationship where you can just come to us.
That's
And
what we talked about. Hmm.
so if I want the same from them, then I should be giving them the same respect.
If you want them to act the same way, you want them to tell you certain things, you want them to talk to you about certain things, you gotta be willing to open up as well. hmm
Yeah.
You do. And now your auntie's going through the same thing. She has to open up.
I guess it's different because so when I think she was in America,
hmm
she had cancer, and they straight away wanted to put her on chemo and all this stuff. And she was like, no. Like she did some research and she's seen I think it was her mom or one of
Her mom.
her loved no, I think it was like her mom or like a loved one she's gone through that went through chemo
Oh wow.
and it wasn't successful. And she's seen cases where people have done natural remedies and they have been successful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like coming through coming through cancer and
hmm
beating. Um, so that's kind of the route that she's taking in.
She's
My
taking
uncle,
natural.
yeah,
Wow.
and my uncle's gonna support her because he's like at the end of the day it's her body. If this is the route she wants to do, then I'll support her like whatever.
hmm
My only concern,
hmm
I know someone who did do it naturally. We tried the natural remedy,
Okay.
and it fastened his timeline to die. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He died faster.
Yeah.
Mm,
Um, so I think that's like my only concern. But she is really smart and she's done a lot of research.
mm,
She also didn't know that she's allergic to wheat.
mm,
So she eats so clean,
mm,
like organic. She doesn't eat meat. But then if you don't eat meat, normally you would eat like fake meat, like nut meat, vegetarian sauce,
mm.
and all that stuff contains wheat.
Yeah.
So when she'll be like consuming these things, she didn't realize that she was allergic to it.
Wow.
But like she's had like a lot of issues. Like she ended up in hospital because like her lungs were filled with so much liquid they had to
Mm.
drain it out. Like and it had nothing to do with her cancer.
Oh, wow.
Um, so yeah, she's healing. She's okay now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she can. I think she's gonna have to like retire, and then I'm gonna have to.
Oh, she's gonna have to retire. Wow. What does she do, if you want me asking?
I don't even know some admin kind of.
Oh, like admin stuff?
Hmm.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
because of her health condition,
Yeah.
sometimes she doesn't have energy.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, Let me just say, this protein shake is hitting.
Really? You like it?
No, I hate protein,
Oh, yeah. Right.
but I've like mixed it.
Hmm.
So I blended it with like, oh, by the way, I love oat milk. Oat milk,
Oh, oat milk. Oat milk's okay. Oat milk's okay.
I'm like in love with oat milk.
Wow. When'd you try
Um,
it?
when,
Hmm. When'd you try it?
well, I started loving it yesterday.
Oh, wow. Yes, sir. Oh.
I tried it with coconut. I tried the protein shake with coconut water, and then it made it too sweet.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I tried it with like water,
Yeah.
and then it just wasn't hitting it. And then I
Yeah.
tried it with oat milk, and because I'm lactose,
You
so
lactose into, oh, man. Yeah.
see,
Silk milk is good. Silk? You don't like that?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It's pretty much like without the lactate, I think. Just without lactate. Hmm. Oh,
I don't know.
almond milk. Almond milk. Oh,
Yeah,
you never had almond milk?
no, I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, gross. But oat oat milk is where it's
Oh,
at.
looks good. Okay.
I did. I had that with peanut butter, banana,
Mm,
protein,
mm.
and avocado.
Wow.
It's hitting.
Let me ask you this, because you mentioned your auntie and you mentioned her in regard. Actually, let me go live on TikTok. I want them to hear this conversation because again, we're talking about cancer, and I just want that to be something that you know today, since it's the first, it's actually the month of, at least here, it's breast cancer awareness month. So it's actually funny we're talking about it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's breast cancer awareness. So you literally just altered my entire conversation. I was going to talk about something completely different, and then you came in here with this, and I'm like, wow, this is perfect. Let me say, talking about breast cancer. I want people to hear what you got to say. You know, you stated with your auntie, she has breast cancer, and you said that she's always ate clean. Wow,
Well,
like
as long as I've known her.
as long as you've known her, okay, and
Yeah,
and so
because
that's
I've
as
known
long.
her 2018. She actually, because my uncle has gout, she actually like when they got married, she made him eat clean as well.
Wow, wow, that's dope. That's dope. So she's kind of like the healthy one in the family.
Yeah, because us islanders, we eat carbs on carbs.
Yeah. Yet,
No.
like you said, she got cancer.
And it's the weird thing, right? Like it's understandable for people who are unhealthy to get the terminal illnesses. And so for someone that's like eats really clean, she may not like train as much as me, or she may not like exercise, but 80% of your diet um affects like your physical health and stuff like that. So I would have thought that like if anyone was to get that, it would have been someone that's unhealthy.
That's why I asked. That's exactly why I asked. Because hold on, let me go live with this. I gotta go live with this. This is such a great topic. Let me submit it. And let me drop back down. Come on.
Is
Let me
anyone
flip
else
the
coming?
camera. Say it again.
Is anyone else coming?
Am I not what? Say it again.
Is anyone else coming? Was
Oh,
anyone?
G, she's actually heading back from Hawaii. She was on vacation. So she's actually on the
I
airplane right.
saw that. Wow.
Yeah, she's seeing a whole bunch of Polynesian people. She wants to marry a Polynesian guy now. That's what she said.
Girl, be careful.
Oh, you told her to be careful?
I'm telling you right now. Be careful.
Why you say that? Why you
Yeah.
telling her to be careful? What's going on?
She'll find out.
Whoa, what's wrong? No, because when she said that what she
I
learned,
love.
huh?
No, no, no. Continue.
What she said that when she was there, she found out that Polynesian guys, they cook, they clean, they do everything. They hunt. She was like, "Oh, they do all these different things." She was like, "Man, I want that type of guy." She was like, "I really would like that type of guy." She was saying something like that, and
Do,
I was like,
do guys don't do that?
"Huh?"
Do guys don't do that?
I mean, I think it's like with the American guy, it may be like now most American guys probably don't even do that, to be honest with you. But I mean, I do. I was raised that way. But
Yeah.
typically, guys don't do that. Like guys are known to be very sloppy and lazy in America. So maybe that's why.
But she gotta be careful as well because she's in Hawaii with Polynesian guys that were raised like that. Even like Polynesian guys in Australia and New Zealand, they've been spoiled by their moms where the girls do everything.
Mm,
So just because like she's been exposed to like Polynesian guys and Polynesian guys that are from the islands,
yeah,
um, them they do that kind of stuff because that's how they're raised to be, like
yeah.
be the protector, like that's their role as a
Hmm.
man, and then
Hmm.
the woman's role is to like have kids and like make sure the house is clean and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so yeah, like anyways,
No, you're right. You're right. And she should. Like I told her, I mean, I just said that, hey, I guess that's what you want. But she was like, yeah, because she felt like most guys here are coddled. She feels like most guys here are coddled and raised by them and stuff. So you're saying the opposite. You're like, oh, a lot of Polynesian guys have been raised and coddled by their parents.
yeah, guys, poly guys are like 100% spoiled from their mom.
G,
hundred
G,
percent,
G.
especially the guys, especially, especially the guys that in New Zealand and Australia. The
Mm,
ones in the islands um are more like cook, clean, do all those stuff, all those stuff.
mhm,
That's how
mhm.
they're raised.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to tell her again. She has her own preferences. She has her own likes or dislikes. But again, I hope you're hearing this. Larissa, who is Polynesian, she herself said this about the guys in her own ethnicity. So it wasn't me, G, because she gonna try to come for me. So I just want her to know you said that. So all right, just saying, speak your truth. But again, not to deviate from the topic. Again, back to the cancer. Again, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I just recently lost someone to breast cancer. I came on here and shared that with you guys. And that's not to say the same result will be with you, Larissa. So please hold that head high. Keep praying. I'm praying for you. Again, it's not. It's definitely something that can be a bit worrisome. But I do think that when it comes to cancer, at least for me, I think what helps the most is talking about it. What do you think? Do you think talking about having cancer helps, or do you feel like keeping it to yourself probably feels better?
Um, I think talking about it helps, but I also have to keep in mind the wishes of those that are going through it. Sometimes they, like for instance, my auntie, like we're trying to keep it contained and stuff because my other aunties and uncles don't know yet.
Yeah.
So in that sense, uh, it's also for their, like, because that's what they wish
Yeah.
for it to be
Yeah.
done. I definitely think that like it helps to talk and stuff. Um, I think there's a lot of things that come into play
Hmm.
when people go through it, and it might not be intentional uh, if they decide to keep it quiet for a little bit
Yeah.
so they're ready.
Hmm.
But yeah, for me personally, um, I don't know how I would be if I personally had it.
Yeah.
I like I think I would want to keep it quiet because I don't want people to treat me differently just because I have cancer.
Mm. So
I think
that's is that I have a question with that though. What do you mean by treat you different? How do you think people would treat you if you had cancer?
like walk on eggshells
Mhm.
around me. Like
Mm.
if I've done something wrong, and then they wouldn't hit me up or confront me just because like I'm going through it. They'll be like, oh,
Mm.
give her like a pass or whatever. Like none of that. Like don't beat around the bush. Um,
Mm.
but yeah,
You want people to treat you normally, so you wouldn't tell them about your cancer because you feel like they would be like, "Oh man, I feel sorry for her. I'm not gonna talk to her right now."
yeah.
Wow, wow. No, I get that. I get that. I can see that because with my family member that died, she didn't tell us until like 3 months before, and so sometimes I play in my head and I'm thinking like, man, like why, like
Yeah.
what? But what you just said, hey, they probably don't want to be treated differently. And I didn't think about that, I really didn't think about that. Can I ask you this? I know you said that your family member, she found out. So I guess they found out a year ago, right? So they've known for about a year.
I feel like it's longer than that.
Oh,
Doing the tests and stuff when they're in America, and they've been in Australia for a year.
mm, yeah,
It would have been longer.
yeah, yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Okay, so if let's say they've known longer, are you saying then that do you feel like when they found out that they immediately hopped on it? Did they take it serious, or do you feel like they kind of waited it out, didn't want to tell anybody, and maybe waited for like almost a year or a
Nah,
few?
I think I took it serious, but
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think they I feel like they did take it serious, but I think it was more so they wanted to research their options and not just rely on what- the advice
Chemo.
of the doctors and stuff. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think uh, when she was diagnosed, I think there was a lot of pressure for her to do all this stuff,
Yeah.
but they didn't have any like they didn't know of any other treatments, like alternative treatments that she could go
Yeah.
who didn't want to do that kind of stuff. So I think it was more so like doing their own research, like talking to other people, getting second, third opinions. Um, because my nana, which is my mom's mom,
Yeah.
and this is my mom's brother, my mom's
Hmm.
brother's wife. So
Hmm.
his mom died from cancer.
Wow. Okay.
He's
Okay.
not necessarily, he knows like what it's like and stuff. Um, he wasn't in the country when she was going through all the treatments and stuff like
Mm.
that. So he's unfamiliar. So they did like a lot of research,
Yeah.
a lot of specialists, and things like that. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. No, that's again, it's deep. I don't think there's anybody that I know that hasn't had family members or even friends, close friends, who had cancer. You know, like it's such a widespread thing. And that brings me even to another question. What do you think causes cancer? Like you said your auntie was healthy. You said that she was fine. You said that she was one of the healthiest people in your family, and yet she has breast cancer. What do you think are some of the things that could cause it? What do you think are some of the things that triggers it?
I don't know. Like, I definitely think it comes down to your diet and the things
Yeah.
that you consume, and
Mm-hmm.
it just like builds up. My
Mm.
mom keeps saying it's processed meat that you eat, like sausages and stuff.
Mm.
Uh, it all like adds up to it. That's why she's always like telling me, if you're gonna eat meat, eat lean meat. Don't eat
Mm.
sausages,
Mm.
uh, or like how much meat you eat. Because
Mm.
in my household, we actually don't really eat meat. Um,
Mm.
so like the Christian faith I believe in, it's called
Mm.
Seventh Day Adventist. So
Mm.
my Sabbath is from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, which is
Mm.
like the day of worship, and it's like a holy day for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whereas most Christians, they go to church on Sunday. I go to church on Saturday.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we because of Sabbath starting on Friday night, we
Mm.
always have like a family meal, and that's
Got
probably the only times we eat meat, because my dad will make like chicken stir fry,
Mm.
like chops, a roast. He goes overboard. Um,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say is we actually don't eat meat every day. Like
Wow.
when it's basically just like tuna,
Mm-hmm.
but like red meat and like
Mm-hmm.
beef and stuff. It's basically
Mm.
we hardly ever eat like that.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
but yeah, it's such a hard thing to kind of tell like
Mm.
how can,
Yeah. Yeah. And I know
and
there's
I
some.
guess like for girls as well, like
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're over 25, it's good to have like check-ins and stuff with your doctors, especially like with your breast, like for breast cancer and stuff like that, and like get like pap smears and stuff. Um, you can't miss those kind of appointments and think you're just gonna live forever. Just gotta be cautious.
That's a whole nother thing because we have seen cases where people have had cancer, but the death was perhaps preventable had they caught it earlier.
Mm.
Colon cancer or breast cancer. You know, I'm starting to see more and more people have brain cancer. That's actually something I'm hearing a lot more of. I didn't really hear a lot about brain cancer, but recently, even people within my own circle, I'm starting to hear like, oh, brain cancer, brain cancer, brain cancer. So I'm like, okay, is it the technology? Is it the headphones? Is it the Bluetooth? Is it the phone itself? Are the AirPods? You get what I'm saying? I'm starting to, I just kind of wonder, are these things also affecting, um, causing an effect with the increase of people having cancer? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Technology.
Uh, yeah, I definitely think it has something to do with it because of the
Mm,
radiation when it comes to technology.
mm.
Um, that's why my mom always says, because I used to put my phone in my
Yeah,
bra.
I know. I know. Me too.
She'll be like, stop doing that.
Mm,
And every time she catches me, she'll be like, if I find out you have breast cancer because of the radiation into your boobs and stuff like that, you know,
mm,
I'll be hiding.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah, it's just you just gotta be careful these days. Like you can just never tell
mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
I get
gosh,
it.
can I tell you a story?
Hmm?
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, tell me, yeah.
So like, look, can you see the bruise?
Ooh, yeah, I do. Ooh, I'm cringy, but yeah, I see it.
So like when I went into surgery, they
Mhm.
couldn't find a vein.
They kept poking you.
Um, they well no, they only did it twice, but when they did the X-ray on my arm to
Mm.
see where the vein was, my vein was 1.5 centimeters deep. So like
Man,
that was deep in my arm.
wow. Why is that?
Well, they said sometimes it's because you're stressed.
Wow.
And then I
Mm.
was like, is it because I'm dehydrated? Because at a certain point I had to stop drinking water. I was like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then he's just like, yeah, mate, probably, but it's more so because you're stressed. And I know you're probably feeling stressed because of the surgery.
The surgery. Hmm. Wow. Wow. So they had to go pretty deep in order just to get your vein.
But then they didn't even use it. They used the one here.
Oh, that's messed up.
So they did one here and one here.
That's messed up.
Then they left the one here because if this one comes out,
Yeah.
at least you have this one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Wow.
Then, oh, I'll just a recap of my surgery.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
apparently, my heart rate was really low.
Hmm.
Like they said, it had to be between 60 and 100. It was
Yeah.
at 40.
Wow. Wow. And did they say why?
No, they didn't know why. And then I was like, oh, I have a low heart rate in general.
Mm.
And like, even when I go, because I used to go F45 and they
Yeah.
have like the heart rate monitors,
Yeah.
like I have to kill myself to get my heart rate up.
Mm. Wow.
I've always just had a really low heart rate. Um, and then they had to change, I had to change rooms so that I'm closer to the nurse's station
Mm.
to monitor me better.
Yeah.
But then that I have to go see my GP. I need to go to a cardiologist.
Mm.
See.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it was still successful. So that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they were able to still pull through um with it despite those things. Like it's just and again, I think too, you putting in the work, you eating better, doing all the things that you do, that also helps. Because had you not been on your fitness journey and you had surgery, who knows how much more complications you would have had to face, or how many
And that's
more
the
things you would have.
thing, like, and that's
Hmm.
what, like people don't get um is when you don't look after yourself,
Yeah.
it affects like all aspects of your life.
Yep.
Um, and so like for me, that's why it's so important to be educated
Yeah.
in nutrition, be educated
Hmm.
in exercising. Some people think that you have to kill yourselves at the gym to exercise. No, you don't. If you don't want to go to the gym, you don't have to go to the gym. You could like play sport,
Hmm.
their own trainings,
Hmm.
like volleyball, soccer, like rugby, whatever it is. And it doesn't even have to be professional.
Mm-mm.
You just like join a. I don't know what it's like in America, but over here they have like local clubs that you can just join.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
There's
Here.
like swimming, you can do
Hmm.
yoga. There's like so many things. It's not really about, well, it is about exercise, but it's about moving your body, getting your heart rate up, whatever that looks like.
Hmm.
For obviously, like I train at the gym because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy weight training. I enjoy hit classes.
Yeah.
I do like CrossFit, like that kind of stuff. I like.
Hmm.
That's why I do it.
Hmm.
If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And if you didn't like it, you wouldn't do it. That's good. Have fun on the journey. It's about having fun. And, even tying it again back to the topic, doing these things can also help prevent cancer, at least according to research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
the
Hmm.
more the more unhealthy you are, the more risk you are to getting not only cancer but all these other diseases. Like I'm just like so blessed that like God has taken care of me and I haven't been hit with any of these other health conditions.
Yeah. 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 Because like you said, you could be skinny as a stick or you could be as big as a mountain. And literally either way, you can catch something. You can have complications. Some people are born with certain things. Some people can't help it. My grandmother, I remember she had a speck in her breast and she's still here today because they caught it. They caught it. Said again.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's still here. But my other grandmother, it came back and they got her. So it and that's actually to even say that the other one, I'm not even saying that the other one didn't get checkups. I think her cancer went into remission and then it came back. That's what happened. Yeah. So sometimes it even comes back. And that's
Yeah.
the thing. So
Yeah, that's like my cousin. She was a big girl too.
yeah.